What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. It is the 11th day of December, and here we are sitting at $1.99 with 8 hours and 8 minutes left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. Yes, we're below $2 yet again. It's a fantastic time to buy XRP. You can be one of the very few human beings who could ever say that they have actually bought XRP below $2. It's a fleeting population at this point. Looking at this on the daily time frame, here in this oops, that was not a straight line at all. In this lineup of lower highs, typically we reject. Here we started doing something different, so we've had our hopes high really since about like the end of November that because we're doing something different here that we would break out to the upside. I still believe that we will break out to the upside. I think this will resolve itself differently than any of these other areas, but it is frustrating finding resistance consistently at this 50 level here. When we break above the 50, when we actually do consistently get there, we should be running up to this overbought zone, and that should, for XRP, take us to these highs, if not even above those highs. Right? Something around 270, if not even above $3. That's what we have. That's what we've assumed now for at least the past week or two. Looking at this on the short-term stuff, we're on the 1 hour time frame and we're zooming in. 1 hour, $1.99 right now with 7 minutes left in this 1 hour time frame. You have pulled down. Let's look at this with some volume. Go on Coinbase, sure. You've got a lower candle. You did have volume come in, but you didn't really go anywhere. You kind of immediately contested it. You came all the way back up. Now that is a bearish wick coming back down. I don't know. I would just think, if you were so eager to break through this zone here, why are you being so hesitant? It makes me think that should XRP go lower, it won't be that much. We're probably soon to return to the upside. Looking at the indicators, we do have bullish divergence, higher lows right here. We have bullish divergence on the stochastics and bullish divergence on the MACD. Hey, that's awesome. Technically, you do have bullish divergence on the RSI. Technically, that would be even double bullish divergence, I think. Bullish divergence on the stochastics as well. The MACD is sad. The stochastics are sad too, to be completely fair, but I think you're going to find support around here. Again, if you go lower, should you go lower, it's going to be minuscule amounts. It's going to be not negligible. It's probably the best word for it. It's nothing to really worry about. The move that you should worry about is the upward move. It's going to be far greater. All these indicators look bearish at the moment, but there are some bullish prospects here to resolve this area. I want to look, let's see, if we look at a low to a high real quick, from the low on November 21st to the high here on the 24th, we're at the golden ratio once, twice, a third time. Typically I would think that you break through the golden ratio on the third time. You typically don't hold it on the third time. That would then call for a move to $1.86 to $1.91. $1.86, $1.91. I'm not quite there yet. You can find support once, twice, 3 times. Triple bottoms do exist. They're just rare. Not because you don't see the setup. You see the setup happen all the time. But they're rare because oftentimes they don't prevail. Right? Is this a triple bottom relative to this range here? Are we going to prevail and move up higher? Statistically speaking, the odds aren't on our side. So with that being said, I think the most probable outcome would be $1.91 to $1.86. I guess that's what we're leaning with. Yeah? Everything else is bearish. Let's go with that. If I'm wrong, and I think I'm setting myself up to be wrong here, personally. I really do. I think I'll be wrong in that call. If I'm wrong, just get above $2.16. If we can get above $2.16 on a 4-hour closing basis, I'm wrong. And then maybe by that time that we're up here, maybe like tomorrow or the next day, things will shift and we'll have a more bullish outlook whenever we're at different prices. Who knows? But for now, going against my gut, going against what I think is going to happen, I suppose, just off my own intuition, I'm going with the data here that I'm looking at in the charts. We're going down. Most of the time, when I disagree with my gut and I go with the data, we tend to be right. So hopefully I'm hoping that I'm proven wrong, though. I really am hoping that I'm proven wrong, because I'd rather see this thing go up than go down. But I think at this point in time, just with all these interactions here and this deconstructiveness here, flat base, lower highs, I think we're going to see $1.90 to $1.86, something like that. Probably, being that this is on the 4-hour time frame, probably before the end of this week, if I had to guess. Daily time frame. We looked at all the indicators. Daily time frame. If not by the end of this week, maybe early next week. Yeah, rejecting the 50 consistently. Stochastics are bearish. The MACD is also very sad. It's like you had this, man, you had this bullish momentum building for you. You had this really good thing going for you on this MACD, and you gave it away over the last 2 days. You've just given it up. Unless in the next 8 hours you move higher. Unless in the next 8 hours we close today green. But other than that, I guess we are bearish to lower prices. So that's the call then. That is the call, reluctantly so. Low to high here. The idea is not that we go below this low, but instead that we find support somewhere at $1.91 to $1.86, somewhere in that range there, and then come up and find support and move up higher. That's the thought. A higher low. Maybe we see a double bottom. Maybe we see a double bottom. If we do see lower lows, which that's not the call at the moment, $1.70 to $1.57 awaits, but I just doubt that we go that low personally. That's pretty low. It's not that we haven't gone that low before, but it's pretty low. I'm not calling for that personally right now, but that is something to pay attention to. Should we not hold $1.86, $1.70 to $1.57 might hold as support, or likely would be the target destination. Anyways, there's that. Let's look at the weekly time frame, and then we'll wrap this video up. Okay, here we are. Let's see. XRP on the all-time history. Maybe on the monthly time frame. Let's actually check the weekly indicators real quick. I mean, totally reset. Your RSI has lower lows. You've got, I guess you have lower lows in your price, don't you? You technically do have lower lows in your price, yes. At the moment, 3 days, 9 hours left in this week. Let's see if this week closes this low or not. If we can close above this, I guess a good goal to have within the next 3 days, and it says 9 hours, it's more like 8 hours. 3 days and 8 hours left in this week. If we can close above $2.02 within the next 3 days and 8 hours, I think that's a good goal to have. We're only at $1.99 now, so that'd be good because, again, should we close above that, we get our lower lows in the RSI still with our higher lows in the price, and that is hidden bullish divergence. Really, though, the MACD, the stochastics, the RSI, they're all reset. They're all here at these areas where we'd expect you to bounce from. I'm not going to lie, I don't like the stochastics being here. Typically, when you don't hold the 50, you do go to the oversold zone, but XRP has found support literally right here at this exact area before. You've actually found support back here before. You even found resistance right here. So it is somewhat of a significant area for whatever reason for XRP in the stochastics. The RSI, typically on the weekly time frame, we do find support around here. So a lot of these indicators are reset. We're ready to go. And the expectation is from here, basically $2, $1.99. That we move up to something that is around $13 to $16, maybe even $17 by the end of Q1. It could be by the end of January. It really could be by the end of January. If not, I'm thinking sometime in February, but we'll see. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.